Hey guys, today I'm gonna review Dragon Ball Super Episode 55, and the reason why I'm doing a review instead of a live reaction is because while I was recording the live reaction, something happened with the webcam where it just didn't record like me at all, and it didn't record my audio, and it only recorded the screen, and that was only the episode, so that wasn't a live reaction. And if I redo it all over again, it's not a live reaction. So I was like, I was so disappointed because it was a really nice episode and all that stuff, but I was like, you know what, might as well just do a review for it. So during the episode, this is my first review ever, so I'm sorry if I'm not really good at doing reviews. During the episode, I was like, there was like two sides of the episode. There was the side with Zamasu and his master and them in the future, and then there was like Goku and Zeno, and like him meeting Zeno, and then all of a sudden at the end is when we got the time machine being fixed. But I'll talk about that later on. First let me talk about what happened with Zeno. So Goku went up to meet with Zeno, so Whis got him, and then they were talking with Beerus was like nervous and all this stuff, telling Goku that you have to act right and all this stuff, you have to be dressed well. He goes like, but what? It was like all of a sudden all this stuff, and Whis goes like, don't worry, he'll apologize and say like that, they'll understand. And then we got some important information with Beerus. We found out that if you kill the Kaioshins, the Supreme Kais, that the God of Destruction gets destroyed, or it gets killed. I was like, or it gets defeated, and that's how you can defeat the God of Destruction. I was like, oh wow, that's very important. And then after that, they also said something about how it takes 2 days to get there with Whis, but then they were like, oh wait, we could just he's friends with the Kaioshins, we could just bring him the Kaioshins. And then after that is when they said the little important part about how if you defeat the Kaioshins, you can defeat the God of Destruction. I was like, oh wow, that's important, but why is it important? Like, I mean, like, and then Goku joking around, he said like, oh, if I defeat the Kaioshins, then that's how I can defeat Lord Beerus. He goes like, and then Beerus was like, why did you tell him? Like, I was like, oh my god, that was freaking hilarious. Like, why would you tell him such important information? He goes like, don't worry about it, Beerus, nothing will happen. He goes like, that's kind of cheap, though. Goku was like, that's kind of cheap. It's no fun if he does it like that. Also, during the live reaction, I was thinking about it. If you defeat a Kaioshin and you defeat the God of Destruction, I was thinking that might actually play an important role later on if they're fighting like a God of Destruction from another universe. I was like, you know what, that might be important because they might actually use that to defeat the God of Destruction from another universe. And I was like, oh wow, that actually might be a possibility. Because if all else fails and they can't defeat the God of Destruction of another universe thing, they could just defeat the Kaioshin from that universe. So that was important. And then we went to where Zeno is, and around where Zeno was, or Zeno's house, there's like these pillars, and in the pillars there's each universes. So what I was thinking is, since it took 2 days to get there, I was thinking, wait, it takes like what, 30 minutes to get to where the Kais are, which is Otherworld. So if it takes 2 days to get there, I was like, this has to be like its own dimension, or like its own universe. So I was thinking it's probably not where their universe is. It's like its own dimension or its own universe. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, no, it can't be its own universe. So I'm thinking it's its own dimension, because you know how they have universes and then they have dimensions. And the dimensions, there's like Hell, which is, I think, filler. Hell is filler. And then there's the Otherworld, which is where the Kaioshins live. And then I'm guessing there's another like dimension where it's where Zeno is. This is what I think. It's not confirmed or anything like that, so don't quote me on that. It could be just like he has his own like small universe where he like oversees everything. That could be what it is, or something like it's his own thing. That's what I'm thinking. And they were transported there by Supreme Kai. And then there was the universes all around there, and they were walking, and then when he met Zeno, Zeno like asked Goku if he wanted to be his friend, and then Goku was being like, what do I have to do if I'm your friend? And then everyone's like, shut up, Goku, oh my god, you're fucking pissing him off, or some shit like that. It was freaking hilarious. And he said, just play with me, or something like that. And then he goes like, okay. And then he goes like, what do I call you? And then he goes like, oh, you can call me Goku-san. And then Zeno's like, and then Goku's like, I forgot how it went down. Something like that. It went like, what should I call, what can I call you? He goes like, what do you want me to call me? He goes like, what about, Zenchan? And then everyone was like, oh my god, it was freaking hilarious, because the thing about that is, if you call someone like Chan, it's kind of like, you see them like an equal. So he's talking to the Omni-King as if he's his equal, and it's freaking hilarious, because Zeno says like, it's okay if you call me like that, and then I'm like, oh my god, it was freaking hilarious. And then Zeno asked him if he could play right now, and then Goku explained to him he's busy right now, he can't play right now. And he goes, and then the guards were like, how dare you say something like that to they were about to beat him up. They were about to beat up Goku, and then Zeno goes like, disappear. You guys are annoying, or some shit like that. It was freaking hilarious how, like, he's so demanding to everyone else except for Goku, and he sees, like, Goku's, like, his best friend and stuff like that. And then Goku hinted something about how he's gonna bring a friend, and I think that friend might be Vegeta, and I was like, I wonder how Vegeta and like the interaction of Zeno and Vegeta would be if they see, if he thinks as Vegeta as a friend. That's going to be pretty cool. And then after that, he got transported back. And then now about the Zamasu, he actually killed a mortal. This is the first time he killed, and he lost his ranking for being a Kaioshin. He lost the Patara earrings. He had to give it back to his master. I keep forgetting his name. But, he gives it back to his master, and then they make tea again. And then, they have, like, this conversation about, do you understand what good and evil is? Do you ever think about that? He goes like, yes, I think about it all the time. And then Zamasu was talking about his form of justice, and how he thinks, like, justice is, like, some, like, necessary, and it's a necessary evil, or something like that. And then, like, the tea went full on black, and and then the master goes like, we as Kaioshins, we need to observe, not interfere with anything like that. There needs to be a balance between good and evil. That's why we gave humans, or mortals, as you could say, knowledge. And he said something like that. And Zamasu was talking about how justice, and like he needs to be justice or some shit like that. I forgot how it went down, but there was that, and then the time machine finally got fixed, and they went to the future. And then when they went to the future, they found Mine's hat, and Mine's body was missing. So Trunks was confused, and she was like, why is Mine, like, gone? So I think maybe Black took Mine or something like that, and is holding her, like, captive for Trunks. I think that's what happened. And then there was also another bit where Goku was walking on his own because he was sensing something, and then all of a sudden a whole bunch of missiles came towards him. It's because they think he's Black. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be hilarious. Why did Goku go? Because now they think he's Black, and it's freaking hilarious. Obviously he's gonna survive the missiles, no doubt about it. But and then here comes the most important thing about the episode, was the preview. In the preview, we got Vegeta going Super Saiyan Blue versus Black in base form, or what it seemed like to be like that. And that shows that Vegeta ain't playing games. He going full out like Goku. And unlike Goku, Goku went like Super Saiyan 2, and then he went Super Saiyan, or no, he went Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan 2. I think that's what happened while fighting Black. Because he didn't go Super Saiyan 3. He went Super Saiyan 3 against Trunks. And it was kind of funny, because they were kind of even, like, well, in that kind of, like, part, well, even though Goku was playing around. So how is Black on base form now can meet up with Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta? I was thinking about it, and I was like, maybe it's just a Zenkai boost or something like that. And then after that, it shows him going Rose, as they say, Super Saiyan Rose, which is such a funny name. Why would you call it Super Saiyan Rose? I'll be okay with Super Saiyan Pink, but Super Saiyan Rose is like you're trying to, like, ride on the freaking hype train for Rose Gold or some shit like that. It's freaking hilarious. But he goes Super Saiyan Gold, Rose Gold. Now I'm saying Rose Gold. Oh my god. Super Saiyan Rose. And I think maybe Super Saiyan Rose might actually surpass Super Saiyan Blue, because if him on base form is kind of struggling with Super Saiyan Blue, and then he goes Super Saiyan Rose, maybe he might surpass Vegeta and Super Saiyan Blue. And also, the name of the next episode is called The Rematch. So I'm thinking it's going to be Goku. And they only showed Vegeta versus Black. But I'm thinking that Vegeta loses, and then it's going to be up to Goku versus the Rose, the Super Saiyan Rose Black. So what I'm predicting is maybe that Goku might actually pull the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken again Because if he's stronger than Super Saiyan Blue, then the only thing that was stronger than Super Saiyan Blue that they were able to achieve was Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. I think he might actually go 20 this time. Because if he goes 10, he might be able to compete with Rose, but maybe not. Because, I don't know, maybe there's... he has to get stronger somehow in this arc. Like, every single arc in Dragon Ball, he always gets stronger, and he always develops a new technique, and he always surpasses the previous arc. This like the limit that he was in the previous arc. So if he just does Super Saiyan 10 or Super Saiyan Blue, shit, this is so hard to say. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10, it'll be like the same thing over, and it's not the theme that they've been following with every single arc. How he keeps getting stronger. For example, in Battle of Gods, he went Super Saiyan God. And Fukatsu no F, Revival of Frieza, or Revival of F, he went Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan for the first time. In the Universe Tournament, he went Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Kaioken times 10. So in every single arc, he keeps developing a new transformation, new step further. So now this thing might be either he goes either Super Saiyan. Oh, this might be a possibility. I just thought about this. He might go Super Saiyan Blue 2, like Super Saiyan 2 Blue or some shit like that. I don't know what they call it. Or he just goes Kaioken times 20 and Super Saiyan Blue. Or, which most likely would probably happen. So, before I was predicting that there was going to be fusion, but now I think it might most likely will be Kaioken times 20 or a new transformation or something like that. I don't think they'll bring fusion back. Sadly. I mean, they still might, so don't like, drop all hopes that they won't. But, there's still a possibility of fusion, because if they combine together, they could easily beat Black. Easily. Even if he's stronger than Blue, they could easily beat Black. Now, there's also another factor, and that factor is Trunks. And, that factor being Trunks is that Trunks actually trained with Vegeta, so he might actually be able to kind of compete with them. I'm guessing. So if all three of them like fight together with Black, they could they wouldn't have to use that. But I don't think Dragon Ball Super would be that cheap. I know they always want the characters to be stronger, like a step ahead of what they used to be. Also, I forgot to say something about how the Omni-King gave Goku a button that instantly transports the Omni-King Zeno to that location where Goku is. And the reason why he gave it to him is so they could play around. Like, Goku said, like, oh, why don't you come to Earth sometime and we could play around in Earth? And he goes like, okay. And then he just made it for him and just gave it to him. It was pretty cool. And I was thinking about it. I was like, that's gonna be important later on. I'm like, that has to be important. Because, like, they wouldn't do that shit for no reason. They wouldn't, like, just interrupt a whole episode of Dragon Ball Super just for him to give him this shit. It won't be useful. Like, it won't be, like... It will be just for, like, him just to come in, like, whenever, like, for random, like, just to play around or some filler shit like that. No, I think it might be important. Now, what I said during the live reaction, I said, like, oh, wait, there might be a possibility that in this timeline, that button still works, and that could bring Zeno into that location where Goku is. But Zeno would be so confused, like, why do you have this button? Or some shit like that. I don't know what would happen, but that would be very interesting if they do that. I wonder how they would work it out, because, like, Zeno would be confused, because, like, how did you do that in this timeline, and he would be so confused. Maybe, I don't know how Zeno would react, but it would be super interesting to see what happens. All I know is that that button will be important later on, and that's what the theme is Dragon Ball Super. So that's all that happened in this episode, in episode 55. Next episode is gonna be mad hype. I'm sorry guys that something happened with the live reaction. And, like, it was actually pretty interesting, and some of the stuff I said was actually pretty interesting. But I tried to go over it as much as I could during the review that I just did right now. God, I'm so sorry guys. Like, I promise I'll try to, like, make sure every single time before I record, I want to make sure everything's perfect. And make sure, like, everything, it doesn't happen again. Because I'm sorry it happened with Berserk, and now it happened with my favorite freaking series, Dragon Ball Super. I'm so sorry, but at least I'm doing a review for you guys. And I'm sorry I sucked with the review. I'm trying to cut some parts, like, so you guys don't, like, get bored or anything like that. Because it's kind of being a little bit longer than I thought. Mad hype for the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. If you guys like my review, please leave a like. Also subscribe. Check out my other channels in the description box below. I should have the next episode of Pokemon out tomorrow. and it's getting pretty hyped. Like it's getting nice. It's getting pretty hyped. We have a pretty decent team like kind of out there right now, and also if I should have the Aloha forms out this week, sometime this week. I already have all the artwork ready, except for my #1 pick. So now all I have to do is just do the video, do the editing, and render it, and finish the #1 top 10 design for that. My artwork is kind of iffy, but you should definitely check it out. I think I did a pretty nice job with the artwork. At least you can tell what I meant with it. And I'll try to do like, I'll try to make the video the best I can and try to make it like entertaining for you guys. And I hope you guys like it and everything like that. Also follow me on my social media. I keep you guys updated if anything happens, like what happened with Dragon Ball Super. And I'm so sorry about that, guys, again. And I'll see you guys next week with the live reaction. With the live reaction for sure. I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.